"Objection, Your Honor, she's just a clerk." The words cracked through the courtroom, jolting everyone to attention. Richard Turner's sneer cut across the marble chamber like a blade, meant to put Jasmine Carter back in her place. She had only read the contract line because the mistranslation was too dangerous to ignore. Yet in that instant, the entire trial worth billions teetered on whether her voice would be silenced or heard. The courtroom held its breath. Jasmine steadied her file against the wooden desk, aware of jurors' eyes flicking toward her, some curious, others skeptical. She spoke clearly, "The translation is wrong. Section 4.3 requires mutual consent, not unilateral control." Turner sprang up, mocking. "A clerk playing lawyer? Don't embarrass yourself." His contempt echoed like a gavel itself. For years Jasmine had endured such slights, brushed off as if her presence diminished the room. She remembered long nights translating dense financial texts alone in her apartment, her mother coughing in the next room, bills stacked high. Her knowledge was not theory, it was lived resilience. Judge Rhodes raised a hand. "Mr. Turner, I'll determine relevance here." Her firm tone broke the sneers, though Turner's lips curled in defiance. Jasmine drew in a breath, every muscle braced. The trial felt less like law and more like survival, the struggle to be seen in a chamber built to exclude her. Turner slammed his palm on the table. "This is a billion-dollar trial, not a classroom exercise. We cannot let a clerk derail due process." His words dripped with contempt, sharp enough to sting across the gallery. Jasmine lifted her chin, meeting his glare with calm defiance. "I'm not derailing the process. I'm trying to protect it." For a moment, even the jurors stopped breathing. The transcript on the projector showed the disputed clause, and the mistranslation sat in plain sight like a trap about to spring shut. Judge Rhodes tapped her gavel once. "Miss Carter, repeat your statement for the record." Jasmine's voice rang steady. "The clause was mistranslated as granting absolute power, but it requires mutual consent. If left uncorrected, the jury would be deliberating on a false premise." Turner tried to object again, but the judge cut him short. "Enough. I want this examined now." The tension snapped into open conflict, the battle no longer hidden. All eyes turned to the clerk who refused to bow. The judge leaned over the bench, her expression carved from stone. "Bring the original text," she ordered. The clerk of records carried the exhibit forward, hands trembling. Jasmine read aloud, every syllable crisp, while the jury followed on their copies. The truth unfolded plainly, Turner's translation had twisted the meaning. Gasps rippled through the gallery. Turner's face reddened as the judge's gavel struck. "Your objection is overruled. This court will recognize the corrected clause." For the first time, Jasmine felt the weight shift, authority standing with her, not against her. The courtroom stilled into a silence heavy with recognition. Judge Rhodes addressed the jurors, "Let it be clear, this case rests on accurate law, not prejudice or distortion." She turned toward Jasmine. "Miss Carter, your diligence has preserved the integrity of these proceedings." Applause wasn't permitted in court, but the respect was palpable. Jasmine sat down slowly, heart racing, her hands finally steady. She knew one correction wouldn't end the bias she faced, yet this moment was more than survival, it was proof. Proof that courage and truth can pierce through contempt. Proof that even the smallest voice in the courtroom could carry the weight of justice.